Hi, you guys. My name is Guru Shakia, and welcome to my beautiful channel. I'm glad to hear that a lot of you guys are actually enjoying my readings lately. It makes me so happy to have so many fans and supporters. Keep in mind, if you want to support me, like, comment, subscribe, share. um, Also, you can support by actually buying a reading from me that's more specific to you and your energy. In the detail box below. Okay, so I've been asking my guides what type of readings I can get out to you guys. And I'll actually be working on getting monthly horoscopes back up on my channel. They weren't doing so well at first, but I think I'm gonna start with mid-month readings for this month, and then I'll get back to monthly horoscopes. But we're gonna see how that goes. I'll probably start doing it for tomorrow. But for right now, I wanted to do a We Are the World channel tarot reading. And it's kind of just how it sounds. Just see what my guys say about like We Are the World. That title kind of gives me like a togetherness feeling, or like what's happening in the world and what we can do to like play our part and like fix it, maybe even. But let's see. Um, Okay, so as a collective, we can rise above a lot of issues by simply owning our voice, understanding that we play a huge part in the collective. Um, by not silencing ourselves and our voice. And by all means, create a platform. So whether it's YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, whatever social media site you choose to have a voice on, by all means you can start there, no matter how small your audience is. But your belief system matters. So let's say feminist rights, race rights, all these things, you have a say. So you never know what part you can play as far as just speaking up, speaking your voice, especially if you experience something from a certain community. Like people want to hear your point of view, basically. So let's say you grew up in um, cultures who are always oppressed or treated wrong. You can stand up and fight. It kind of gives me the song "Stand Up for Your Rights," like Bob Marley is singing. But yeah, it's like practice more speaking your truth, because that will help the vibration rise of the world. Um, let's see. I know a lot of topics like race and stuff can be a tricky topic, because you kind of don't want to add fuel to the fire. But if you think of it as just voicing your truth, that is a way that you can come at it differently. And people might lash out at you. They might not always agree, but that doesn't mean you have to go silenced or go unheard. Some of us shy away from being who we really are, out of the comfort of others. My guys are saying, especially even as owning our sexuality, and everyone chooses to do these things differently. But let's say you're the person who is like Amber Rose. You flaunt your sexuality all over the place. Of course, a lot of people aren't going to agree with that, but it's not their place to tell you what's right and wrong. Basically, my guys are saying this is a lit message right now. But I feel like it's relevant to my life. I hope it's relevant to a lot of you guys. But they're just saying, stand for a cause and mean it. Stand your ground. So once you choose and make up your mind to be an advocate for something, so be it. Again, the same with rape and sexual assault victims. If you choose something to be a part of, go ham, go hard with it. Because you could be making a difference in that niche or in that area, by spreading awareness. And it doesn't always have to be in an aggressive way, aggressive manner. And a lot of people aren't doing it in an aggressive manner. You can do it gracefully, they're saying. But by all means, be heard. So, and it does show me people who are ready to troll or ready to like get on you about having your opinions or standing tall in your beliefs. But don't let them hinder you from expressing yourself. Some people will always try to tell you, oh, you're wrong, you shouldn't believe this, that, you shouldn't label yourself a feminist, or whatever you want to label yourself as, whatever you're fighting for. But by all means, ignore those people. Um, see what else. Some of us can practice giving more. I've actually been thinking about this all day because the song Kendrick Lamar's song "Be Humble" has been playing quite a bit in my mind in the recent months. And I've been shown examples by people around me of how to be a better giver. Meaning, if you're on the street and you eat out, for example, and you have extra food, just give it to the homeless, or the poor, people who aren't able to get as much as you. Even if you have extra of clothes, drop them off at a Goodwill, things like that. Just practice more giving. Um, giving to people in need. I mean, it can be any way, shape, or form. The ones that I listed were just the basic ones that are well known. But anyway, you know how. Um, Even if you like have extra something, an extra iPad, and another creator, a content creator needs better equipment. Um, Go ahead and be that person to help raise the vibration and doing nice things like that. Because a lot of times we can get in this mood where we want to hoard things, or for our status. Say we have many things, for example, but by all means, be a giver, because that comes back full circle. I'm not saying give just to receive, but it does take a balance in your life. So the more you give, the more it comes back to you naturally. So be a natural giver. Um, let's see. As well as with money, like it doesn't hurt to spare like $1 or two on the street, for example, and you can make that money right back. Stuff like that. Even volunteering in your community to make it more beautiful, or picking up trash, for example. I've been receiving a lot of messages too, through spirits, to just get out and mingle more in that way in your community. You can join a garden center, where you help others, make your community beautiful. And you never know who you'll meet through these type of events. If you Let's say you're a person that's well off and you are wealthy, you could be encouraged to invest in someone who is an up and coming content creator or entrepreneur, um, things of that nature. Or this could even be a side note that remember where you came from. So when you do get high up on the ranks and money wise, um, just to give when you get there. So I feel like those of you who are on the rise, you guys are kind of saying, um, when you do get high up, just share your wealth with others. That's all they really want you to do, and that's all they ask of you, is just share your wealth with others, um, and don't be stingy or greedy. Um, but so just by volunteering or donating to charities for a cause. Um, let's see. A lot of sharing is going on. So sharing your story is a big deal, with this "We Are the World" reading. Um, again, a lot of you guys don't know what part you play in as this collective, like how important you are exactly. You're more important than you like to think. Your light shines brightly. Who you are is amazing, they're saying. Um, and again, there will be people who try to hinder your swag, my guys are saying, or who try to tell you should act, dress a certain way, think a certain way, be a certain way. Um, like I've had people many times before tell me how I should do a certain thing, like how I should have certain pictures a certain way, things of that nature. Not to put anyone on blast, but I just wasn't going for it because my motto is "Be dope, be you, unapologetically." And that's not to say that you can't sit and take criticism on how to get better, but ultimately, being yourself is exactly what the collective needs, and you have to try to practice sharing yourself and your story with others. Our experiences aren't necessarily meant to be harvest, like, to ourselves. Like, we are meant to uh share with others. Basically, as human beings, we are meant to experience each other's lives. Let's see what else. The word vulnerability keeps coming up. So a lot of us are open to share in matters of the heart. It isn't always romantically, it's more so with compassion. I know in this collective, especially in America, we've been taught to be very hard on our outer shell. So it makes it, because we feel like to be nice is like weak, or to give a compliment is weak, or to tell someone what you really feel about them in a nice way is seemed weak sometimes. But we can do our part in raising the vibration and healing the world and Mother Earth if we take part in volunteering, for example, or saying kind words to one another, giving out hugs, handshakes, smiling on the street, acknowledging one another, and not passing each other by like zombies. Also, they're saying get off your phones a little more. Um, but yeah, so let's see what else. Some of you guys are, if you felt called to be a guide for others in your life, and you know it and deep in your heart that you're meant to be a leader, by all means shine. Don't be scared of your own light, because you're meant to lead the way for those who are stuck in the dark and they don't really know how to get out. You're meant to be the voice for others. And some of you guys, that will ring true once you hear that, they said. um but shine, like you're literally Beyonce shining is coming to my mind as I look at the Hermit card. Um, and by all means, some of you guys know you're meant to be wealthy, for example, but all they're saying is when you get into that position of power, use it wisely. And you can, and a lot of you guys are encouraged to act as if you are already wealthy. Because that is a big part of how you're gonna get where you need to go, and how you're gonna become who you are in this lifetime. Um, and just share openly keeps coming up. So voice your opinions. A lot of us need to work on opening our throat chakra, which I just posted a video on how to open and heal your throat chakra. Um, but be dope, be you unapologetically, my guys keep saying. Because there's a lot of power in just being yourself, even though a lot of us get embarrassed. And I hate to admit this because I always have self doubt about myself and my personality, because I've had so many people growing up to try to hinder my light, and I took it as, oh, I'm not good enough. But just because people try to tell you no all the time, or you should, or they try to change you, doesn't mean anything's wrong with you per se. But a lot of times people do those actions because they see you're shining. And a lot of times we cut off our light because people have told us so much that like we don't matter or we're not shit. Excuse my language. But what your guys are encouraging you to do is open up as if you were childlike. When a period in your time was sorry, my tongue twisting. Open up to a time in your life like when you were a child and you didn't care, you didn't give a fuck about what people had to say about you. You sang when you wanted to sing. You colored when you wanted to color. You sunbathed when you wanted to sunbathe. You danced when you wanted to dance. All of those things. You just express yourself openly, and they want to take you back to a time where you did that freely. Um, but again, who you are is amazing. They keep saying. Um, so don't second guess yourself. Just be yourself. Because those who mind don't matter. um, I mean those, you know the saying, or those who mind don't matter, and those who matter won't mind. And it rings true to this day, because as much as you think that you are odd, there are people who know they're odd too, and to be odd is okay. It's not this thing where you're just doomed to hell or eternity of being lonely. There's other odd people out there, trust me, and they want your company as well. And those are the people you want to be around anyway. Who wants to be around normal per se? Other odd people make those are the most creative people in our history of the world. And it's kind of like that Alice in Wonderland saying all the craziest people are the best people. But yeah, keep that in mind. Who you are is amazing. The last card here, the Emperor. They're just saying you rule. So be the ruler of the creator of your reality. Understand that you can make it how you want. Kind of live a life that you want to see live life and kind of do what you want to the world. How you okay, I feel like I forgot this quote, but it's like basically be what you want the world to see. If you want more kindness in the world, be you do more kind acts. If you want more love in the world, bring more love to the table. If you want to be more if you want more vulnerability in the world, be vulnerable. If you want honesty, and so the list goes on. Because people do, once they see you as an example, people start to copy that, or they start to pick up on that. For example, when I told you about the friends who taught me how to give more in the street, now I took that on as my characteristic because I seen it done by someone just being themselves. And the same can happen to you. So just be yourself like that. And yeah, be dope, be you unapologetically. Before this reading gets too long, and I think I'm prompted to pull one more card. And again, they're just saying give and share openly. So you know who you are. If you've been holding back and you kind of been like avoiding writing poetry, avoiding sharing your art online on Instagram, and you felt urged to, even modeling, even singing, all these things, all these gifts you were given when you're born into this world, and you're hiding it. And you know who you are. So if you're a songwriter, for example, and you're not sharing your music, all these things, a pianist, and you're not letting the world hear, but you practice. All these things, be open, because it's not meant to hoard to yourself. You're robbing the world of this experience, of this beauty, of you that you have to add to the puzzle. So be a part of that fabric, because you are sewn into that fabric of the world too, and you're part of it, and you matter. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Be dope, be you, unapologetically. I love you guys. Peace.